What's going on, guys? It's your boy GayZ. Welcome back to episode 3 of The Life of GayZ. We're here with the friends. We're loading the couch up in my office. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves and give their claim to fame. Go ahead.
I'm Chase. I'm a lifeguard hero.
I'm Sarah, and I'm a makeup addict.
I'm Sabrina. I'm a broke college student, so please donate.
I'm Josh. I'm a tech guy.
I'm Tiara, and I save cats.
So what's going on? We've been debating this topic for, what, probably 20, 30 minutes now? Give or take?
An hour?
An hour. I've been trying to get these guys to record for probably like the last 6 days, and we finally got everybody together, and here we are. Josh, what's the first subject?
I want to come back to the pee holes that you mentioned before.
Okay. The pee holes.
The pee holes. It's the open debate that that it started with me bitching because I had got a brand new pair of underwear, and it doesn't have the pee flap. And dudes, you know what I'm talking about. The flappy thing that you like can put your wiener through. And then the problem here is that I'm a zipper and a pee hole guy, right? But this pair of underwear that I got, however comfortable they were, did not have the pee flap. So I came out of the bathroom bitching because, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I came out of the bathroom bitching because I didn't have the pee flap. And then Chase, my buddy here, decides to tell me that he doesn't even use the pee flap. Chase?
So, this struck me as a little bit odd, but I've always been one of those, like, you go over the waistband type people. And so when Josh was complaining, I was like, what the hell?
Why does it matter?
Yeah. And so we started discussing it. We realized this is like a thing that many guys aren't even aware that it's a thing, but we pee differently.
Yeah. Men are peeing differently everywhere.
So you gotta realize that when dudes pee, it's not like we're looking at each other to see if Chase is an over the topper and if Josh is through the zipper.
So what if,
we don't pay attention.
What if you do both? Like, open the
Yeah,
zipper?
no,
open the
no.
zipper,
There is
but,
a
like,
scenario.
go over the boxers.
But wait,
Oh.
I have a
See,
question.
no, that just doesn't make sense. That makes you a fucking psychopath.
What is that? I don't
Like-
understand.
Like
Why?
I said in my last video, though, like when I'm in my work pants, because they are tight and everything, it is fucking easier for me to whip it out over my waistband.
I get that.
Now, when I'm in,
Question.
go ahead.
How the hell do you get it out of the little holes, though? Like, do you just stick your hand in?
No, yes,
Oh,
literally,
no,
you
Fishing
for it.
expedition.
How
That's
is
the
that
action.
easier than just
What is it
unzipping
called
and
when
whipping
you
it
fish
out?
with your arm?
It's not that simple.
Yeah, yeah.
Noodling?
Noodling.
So here's the thing. I will agree with Zach that there's a scenario in which I'm in like my snowboarding pants and stuff like that. You just get enough layers that eventually you have to unbutton and go over. I also, if I'm wearing Under Armour, my Under Armour doesn't have a P flap, so I don't use it then too. So I do believe there are exceptions to it. But I think every man, I think we've done some Facebook conversations here, and we're reaching out to YouTube because we want to know what you guys are doing too. We might even create a survey, but we want to know what everyone else is doing and what's the norm, because we found out that there's a lot of guys out there that think what they're doing is normal, and it may not be what's normal. Because I miss my pee hole in these underwear, and Chase thinks I'm retarded.
But before we get into the whole, like, who's winning and who's losing, it's really about 50-50. Everything we found in who we all talk to, it's about 50% of guys go flopping over, and then 50% of the guys go through.
Flopping over.
So,
What if you, like, go through the hole in your boxers,
No, you
but
don't- no.
open your, like,
Okay.
pants?
I still
YouTube,
don't get it.
YouTube, tell us if somebody goes through the hole in the boxers, but then opens the rest of their pants. Please tell us, because I think you might be a psychopath.
Why?
But
I'm not disagreeing.
I would like to
I
know.
feel like
That
it's
seems
only
like one of those
two
like middle
legs.
feet. Like I
Only
can't
two.
do. Like,
Who
the
does
middle.
that?
why would you do one or the other?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you
I
do
don't understand.
one or the other.
Yeah, or like why would you like
Because
open the
your
boxers
unnecessary
and then
work.
like through the zipper of the pants?
I'm
It
going to
doesn't
take
make
off my
sense.
belt, undo my button, throw down my zipper, and then go through
But,
the,
like,
Yeah, what?
there's no
But,
point.
like,
That's way too
But-
much work for me.
That I feel like because you're first of all you're not noodling in your fucking jeans and your
It's
underwear
not as hard as
looking
you
for
think.
one.
You're not noodling.
Yeah, okay, it's
I
really
mean,
not
maybe
that
not
hard.
If
for
you
you.
reach it, it's like.
Maybe not for you.
What if it's really small and you
What
can't
if
find
someone's like
it?
down
Okay.
the thigh though?
Okay,
Then you're like,
no. This brings up a valid thing. Obviously, and
Did
we
you
know
say
that we're
down
gonna.
their
I
thigh?
don't know.
No.
What kind of penises are you looking
I
at?
don't know.
We need to talk to YouTube here because this is a valid thing. Now, I know this seems ridiculous, and I know the comments that are gonna come from this because we've seen them already on Facebook. But size aside, we've seen both sides. Guys are like, oh, it's too big, so I have to unzip it, and guys are like, oh, it's too big, so it's easy to find, so I can reach through the hole. Nobody
You're like,
cares. Nobody cares.
It
It's
does
all
not
crap.
affect the
Yeah.
argument.
I want to know we want to know what is actually like. We want some sort of like trend breaker here because all we've gotten is that it
I'm
splits.
so glad I don't have to worry about how
Maybe it will,
I feel.
and maybe
So
we'll
I'm
never
being
get
a
it.
girl.
Maybe we'll never get an answer. Oh
This
yeah,
is the
it's so
one time
easy to
I'm
be a
thinking-
girl.
Okay, so
Let's talk about.
Yeah,
Tam.
hang on. Let's do this as a subject.
Okay, we're gonna pause this subject. We're gonna leave it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's down in the comments below. Let us know. Do you go through the pee hole or over the pants?
Or both.
No, if you do
You
both,
can do
don't
both.
even watch
It's
my
okay.
videos.
So-
You can do
Three.
both.
Okay, second subject. The comment was made. It's so easy being a girl. Are you kidding me? For starters, okay? Let's just clarify how nice it is to be a guy because Little Dicky talks about it in a song. We don't do pregnancy. We don't do periods.
Okay, it's not
Menopause.
that.
Thank
Yeah.
God
Okay.
for minute. Oh my God.
We don't have to deal with
Okay.
hormones, really.
Okay, but that's like beside this fact.
No.
We're talking about just peeing. Because like we are either hovering or not. Like,
Actually, no.
Okay.
It's girls now.
It's a
Yeah.
yeah.
Hang on, let me show you how girls
Actually-
And that's literally if the bathroom's disgusting. If the
I got
bathroom's disgusting, you better be
You
hovering.
hover. Yeah, you hover.
Like
But-
you put a shit ton of toilet paper, then you hover.
Okay,
yeah,
we don't
you
have
don't
to
touch
hover.
that. Alright, but let's be real, it's way easier to be a guy than a girl.
Yeah, and like,
it is.
and I would still say peeing.
But we don't have this debate because you have to take your pants off no matter
Okay.
what.
Okay, you guys-
I've
Yeah.
actually been on some steroids. You
But
gotta
the
pee
thing
yourself.
is, we still win because no matter what side of the debate you fall on, we can still do it standing up.
Woo!
I mean, girls can't
Girls
too.
can't too.
Have
I
you
can
ever
pee.
heard
I
of
know how
the
easy it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we have you heard of the
Guys.
shiwi?
God, no, the shiwi's disgusting for sure.
We're not going into that.
When I'm at work, it is beautiful because I don't have to go find the porta potty. Like
Girls don't
so-
either.
yeah,
Yeah,
no
squat.
big deal.
Yeah, we
No,
squat.
you
Yeah.
can squat behind
Unless
the
it's
fucking tank.
summer
Yeah,
and
'cause
they're
you're
ever.
gonna
I
squat.
mean, I wouldn't because it'd be
I
really
wouldn't
cold.
take in my
Did you
cooch.
want hang on, what was the term that you just used?
Cooch?
You were
Taking your
grounded.
Why?
You cannot
Okay.
use cooch
In
on
the
a
winter
YouTube
time,
channel.
though, you're not like squatting in sagebrush. It's just
We're
like
getting-
with snow.
We digress. We
This-
digress.
Yeah, we
Let's
got
bring
way
it back
off
Moving away
in.
from the subject.
We're bringing it
We're
back
gonna
in.
reel it in.
Sorry.
This is me reeling it in.
Yes, he's reeling it in, literally.
Okay, we're reeled in.
What is our next subject?
Chase.
Ladies
Marijuana.
and gentlemen.
Oh, Sabrina's bringing up marijuana. Okay, so are we getting into the legalization or not debate?
I mean, I feel like is that kind of the only debate to have about marijuana?
Well, I mean, some people think it's like the devil lettuce.
Well,
and-
is it bad?
I
Is
found
it good?
devil
Should it
lettuce.
be legal? Should it not be legal? Is it your choice to do it? Does it affect other people?
So here's my thought process. I'll lay out my thoughts, and then you guys can agree, disagree, debate. Okay?
we'll
if
take
you-
turns. Let's everybody have
Yeah,
a turn
okay.
on there. Yeah.
If my argument is that if you talk to pretty much any law enforcement officer, they're going to tell you that if they have the option to deal with a drunk person or a high person, they're going to take the high person all day because they're like, oh, pretty
I feel
colors.
like you can't say that right now though because no one here is in law enforcement.
But
No.
he has closest.
No, but,
I
yeah,
know, not yet.
I work with them and I talk to enough of them
I
because I
know.
have this debate with them because I like the
Me too,
touchy
though.
subjects. So but that's the thing though, is you get a drunk guy pissed off and he's gonna try and fight you, he's gonna run, he's gonna get tased. You get a high guy and he's pretty colors.
He doesn't stay mad at you for more
Not
than 30
all
seconds.
of them are that
Okay.
sick though.
But that's the thing though, is that you still look at it though.
On
is that
average.
on average, most of your people that have smoked weed and have been high are chill. And they just want to hang out. Yes, there's stupid people that go out and drive, just like there are stupid people that drink and drive. I don't think you should be able to go smoke weed and then drive. It's
Yeah.
the same thing as
It's
driving
impaired.
intoxicated.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
are
it's
impaired. So no, I think we still need to regulate it while driving. And yes, they're going to have to figure out a way to test it, if they haven't already, to do like a field sobriety test of have you smoked weed in the last hour or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't done my research there. I'll admit that. But I truly think that taxation, is that the right?
Taxation.
Taxation. That was close.
No, I.
Taxation of marijuana. I mean, look how much Colorado made and what they
Tons.
funded.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I truly
And
had
not
like the
only
figures.
that, but jobs too.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, and we've seen
Yeah.
it already. Like we've seen it. I agree with Zach on all fronts. I mean, it's really not a fair debate because I agree with him on the full thing, and I don't think it's actually going to be much of a debate in this room, but it's worth talking about still. But not only is it about taxation, but we've seen it already with tobacco. They taxed it like crazy. They wanted people to stop smoking and everything like that. And for those people that stopped smoking because it was expensive, good for you and everything like that. But a lot of people just dealt with it. But the point is it created a ton of tax revenue. So if you want to have the habit, by all means. Tax it. Let's use the money for better things. And
Fire stations.
yeah, fire stations. That's sweet, right? But then, let's move on with our day because, I mean, when it gets into the criminal level of, how, marijuana dealers and stuff have been, persecuted for what they've done compared to other crimes and stuff of a similar nature, it blows me away. And I think that it's really, like, I really think at this point it's just, the biggest problem is the legislation has taken a really long time, and I think we just need to get done with it and move on with our days. I literally think society as a whole would probably not change if, as America as a whole, tomorrow we said marijuana is legal across the board. Let's get on. Like, I really think that it would have very minimal effect on, like, just pretty much everybody's life.
Baby gay.
I feel like it would, though, because people won't be getting arrested for it.
Okay, yeah, that
It'd be,
That.
like, good for people. Yeah.
Well,
Not
you
in a
gotta-
bad
you gotta
way,
figure out
though.
what you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
call
in
people in jail too.
Well,
Yeah,
but how many
yeah.
people? So let's say we legalize weed, and we say you can have up to. I don't even know. I don't know anything about weed, so I'm gonna say 5 grams. Is that an appropriate term?
I'm pretty sure it's like 2 ounces.
Okay, grams,
it's
ounces.
small.
You're right. 2 ounces. Okay, so let's say
Yeah,
5
a little
ounces.
roach.
Again, a rough estimate of a number. Let's say anybody with 5 or under is legal. Now, if you're carrying fucking pounds of it, yeah, you're probably distributing illegally,
Yeah.
and that's not okay.
But without a
Unless
doubt.
unless you have like a
Yeah,
license.
if you have a
yeah,
license,
yeah.
but that's a legal
Okay, I
distribution.
But that's
Well,
the
you
same
can
thing. Like, that's
assume-
pharmaceuticals too.
Yeah.
Like, and like,
Yeah.
there's tons of other ways. Like, none of this is new stuff. They regulate all the same stuff the same way. There's just this stigma around marijuana that pretty much came back from fucking Nixon and the fucking drug wars.
But how much are we paying in taxes because we're having people in jail for minimum drug charges with weed?
And
Cocaine, I get. Methamphetamine, I get.
Meth, yeah.
Crack,
Cocaine's not even a
whatever,
bad deal
I
right
get.
now, it's
But
bad.
weed? Like,
Meth
are
is
you
bad.
kidding me?
Crocodile's bad.
Yes.
Crocodile,
Okay,
worse than
Baby
that.
Gay would like to talk. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, I go to school in Laramie, Wyoming, which just happens to be like, 20 minutes from the border of Colorado, smoke weed, get high. So
Smoke
I
weed
would
every
much
day.
rather run into a high person on the street because more than likely they're just going to say stupid ass shit, laugh, and walk away than a drunk person who doesn't know what they're doing. They're stumbling down the road. They're throwing up everywhere. That's just gross. I cannot stand alcohol. I would much rather deal with a high person. But if we legalize marijuana like they have done in Colorado, that is going to bring in so much tax revenue to our state, which most of it is going to be put towards education anyway. And if you know Wyoming, our education system is, subpar, honestly.
get on this
Being
right.
in Wyoming high school, being in Pineville high school. But it's so beneficial. And honestly, if someone wants to get high and sit on their couch, eat chips, and, watch movies, that's awesome. It's better than people drinking, wandering the streets, drunk, not knowing where they are, getting lost trying to walk home. It's just so much better for everybody.
So let's just
Legalize
clarify.
weed.
I'll submit to a drug test for anybody that watches this because I don't smoke it. But if I have the
I don't
choice,
think any of
I
us,
do drug
none of
test.
us,
I
yeah.
regularly drug
yeah,
test.
no, I do have to take drug tests for work. But I'm just saying, like, if anybody wants to accuse me of smoking weed, that's fine. I'll drug test for you. Like, I'll willingly do it.
Yeah.
But if I have to take the choice between smoking weed with my buddies at night or going and getting hammered and feeling hungover the next day and miserable and wanting to die, which I do occasionally, I'm going to take the weed all day. There's no hangover. I, sit on the couch, watch a movie with the buds, and we eat some chips and whatever else, and we go home for the night.
You're more
See,
than likely to skip work after a night of drinking than smoking.
Because
So
you feel like-
employers,
Yeah, there you
all
go.
you drug testers
But
out
there's
there.
a-
Here's my thing though.
Oh.
I think you're taking extreme examples out of this, right? Because like I know like potheads they have gone and done some really stupid
Oh,
stuff.
No, and that's what I said. You have the rare
Let
cases.
me finish. And I know guys that have gone out and get drunk and done some really stupid stuff. Now, and alcohol is legal and it's a pretty ingrained part of our society. And, we have literal bars, which is essentially the same place. Like we don't have marijuana bars. Obviously, it's illegal, but we don't have them. So it's different to compare like what it would be like if we had marijuana bars and what it would like. I feel like it's not. I'm not gonna say it's better than alcohol. I'm gonna say that it is something that shouldn't have ever been really made illegal. It should be regulated and dealt with like any other like kind of impairment stuff we have. Just like you have alcohol and cigarettes and stuff like that. Not that it's the same high as a cigarette, but my point is that I go out and drink regularly. I brew my own beer and I enjoy my craft brews. I'll finish my
I
statement.
know, I'm waiting.
Yeah, and I enjoy my craft brews, and I've never thrown up on anybody.
Mhm.
And, like, I can have a great time out drinking, and I feel like all of my friends and that I associate, now I'm not going to say that we're a majority, but, like, all the friends I associate with and stuff can go and enjoy that in the same way, and I think that a lot of people can do that, but I think you're going to have the same sort of problem that you're going to have some people that take alcohol to an extreme level, they're going to take smoking weed to an extreme level. It's already been, there's multiple studies that weed these days is much stronger than it used to be because they're better at refining it. So I think you're going to run into the same problems.
It with shit.
Well, that's my thing.
I'm talking about even pure weed. I think that it's unfair to say that alcohol is worse. I think you're going to run into the same problems with alcohol people as they are with
You're still
weed
going to have
people.
addictive.
Yeah, you're still
personalities.
going to... And you're going to have people that abuse it. I just do think... I think that's something you have to acknowledge.
Well, and that's why I brought up the, being able to field test it in the field after driving. I don't think you should be able to smoke it and then go drive. No different than I don't think you should be able to go drink and then drive. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And it's the same with work. When I did work in Colorado, one of my big questions was, how do you guys manage with weed being legal here? How do you manage it in the oil field? And because the main company was based out, I think, Houston at the time, and it wasn't legal in Houston, they still, it was still drug tested and considered illegal with the company because of where they were at. Now, if it was nationally legalized, and as a nation, we said, hey, legalize it, then you're going to run into some problems with the companies, and it's going to be the same as alcohol.
Yeah, but I think that's it. It's the same as alcohol. I'm not allowed to show up to work drunk, and I'm not allowed to show up to work high. And there are some jobs out there that say you're not allowed to consume alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like a policy, and if you have one of those jobs, it could say you're not allowed to consume weed or alcohol, and that's their policy to have. If you don't want a job there, don't work there.
Well,
That's
fired, you can't for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
Sabrina.
Okay, thank
Your
you.
arm might
Sorry.
break soon.
No, it's fine. So I think that you're completely right that there are people who handle their alcohol really well and they're fine with it. There's not a problem. They don't cause anybody problems. But then, obviously you have people who cannot handle it at all. And the same with weed. But I think generally when you look at the statistics of people who have died from alcohol-related causes, whether it's drinking and driving or alcohol poisoning or doing something stupid while intoxicated, those numbers are going to be far more high than people who are high. Yes, you can still drive high and wreck and die. Yes, that's still possible. But you can't you cannot really overdose on weed and kill yourself like alcohol poisoning.
That's true. But
Mom might, but that's fine. Hi,
Mom, we
Mom.
love you.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Heidi.
But I just think overall, honestly, alcohol to me, it's far more dangerous. Because I've had people in my family die from alcohol, and it really sucks. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have, but I've never, in my experience, had anyone die or be injured from weed, and that's just my personal view on it. So,
I think I can agree with most of your point. I think the tough part will be just that we don't know what a world or what an America is like with legalized marijuana.
Oh,
so,
you're right.
So it's hard to see where some of that,
whole?
Yeah.
like as a whole, like
Okay,
if
I was
in
gonna say,
an imaginary scenario, in an imaginary scenario where weed became legal across the board and across the United States, how that would affect us as far as would it become would we have to maybe make it legal one day because it became some crazy epidemic? I would doubt that, but maybe, we don't know. Nobody has the statistics because we are we're comparing it to something like alcohol, which is legal, right, and has its regulations and stuff, and it's hard to say what that do in weed. But I do agree, it would be hard to imagine a scenario in which it is abused in the same way alcohol is.
Yeah. You're totally right, but I do see the problem of people lacing weed with shit is what tends to get people a lot. Because if you lace it with the wrong stuff, it can kill people.
Well,
it can cause them to do stupid things. that
But you got to
result
look
in
at
death.
that. So I would consider lacing the weed on the same level as brewing moonshine.
Yeah.
Or
In a
Four
sense.
Locos.
Yeah. But it's something like that where it's not truly legal.
Yeah.
I
Or
wanna
people are
interject.
taking
Okay,
it
okay,
too
legal
far.
is a bad word.
No.
Brown
Brewing
and palm.
moonshine is that's like saying I can brew all kinds of things that would kill you.
Yeah.
But if I'm brewing it right, it's not if I'm brewing moonshine that's gonna kill you, it's because I'm a crappy brewer.
But that was just the
but
first thing that came to
people
mind.
lace
It's
weed
a
with
reference.
things to get better highs and stuff.
Mhm.
But a regulated weed, a legal weed wouldn't have to deal with that.
From a dispensary.
Because we've already
Yeah.
seen it in Colorado and other states. There's tons of states that have done this, and tons of countries that have this. That it can be regulated. It can be
It
very
can be safely
very
done.
carefully
Yeah.
monitored. It can
Well,
be
and how
managed.
much more are you going to pay
But
for
that's not the
weed
same
with
as-
cocaine in it versus normal weed from a dispensary?
But again, then you're
Well,
gonna hit illegal status.
and I
Well,
feel
yeah,
like
you go pay $20 for a gram, whatever. I don't fucking an ounce, or you can go pay $50 that's got some coke in it.
You have no idea what
Yeah,
it's
I
talking
don't know.
about.
Yeah.
But-
$20 for
but
an ounce.
I feel-
I feel like if there were dispensaries and stuff everywhere,
Yeah.
I don't buy weed,
It's
but
more-
people are less likely to go or
Find shitty
encounter. Well, encounter
dangerous
something
weed.
that's something that's laced and stuff where they don't
Yeah, that's
really
true.
know where it's come from.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Rather than going fucking down the street to a dispensary and getting clean.
Right.
crap.
It's
Yeah.
you're less likely to go buy moonshine from your scuzzy buddy who makes it in his bathtub than you are to just go to the liquor store if you can legally obtain it at a liquor store.
Yeah.
I understand where you come from. I feel like we've exhausted this topic. I
Yeah,
think it's
no,
time
I
to move on.
agree.
Because we don't.
Nobody's
There's no,
debating.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
We
right
don't
or wrong.
disagree on it.
Yeah.
So,
It's
here's
just blurred line.
here's my ending to this current conversation is down in the comments, let us know what you think. And I know there are people that watch the video from Colorado. So you guys might have some more insight on this subject. Like, I don't know. We don't live there. We don't.
Yeah,
and-
I want to know how it's
yeah, none
affecting
of
the
us
station.
smoke it.
In
So
the real
really, we
way.
have no idea. So down in the comments, let me know what you guys think about this. Are we done with the video? Yeah, we're,
I mean,
It's 20
yeah.
minutes long.
yeah, we're 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna give these guys a chance to shout out their Twitters and Instagrams and whatever the hell else they want. So if you guys don't want to follow them, that's fine. Just say pass or don't say anything, and the next person can go. But don't forget to follow me on Twitter at TheLifeofGayZ, Instagram TheLifeofGayZ, and Snapchat's _YO. Chase, anything?
Nope.
Instagram Sarah Arteries RUIZ.
Sis?
Don't add me on social media.
Woo! That's my girl! Don't add her. That's big brother talk right there, boy. Josh, anything?
I don't even have an Instagram.
I'm a loser.
Twitter.
I mean,
I
I,
don't have
have an
Twitter.
Instagram, Tiara143.
Woo! Go check everybody out. Go follow us. Let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Bye.